In addition to format specifiers, there are also sub-specifier formatting options. And we're going to talk about some for floating point, integers, and strings. So let's take a look at the floating point sub-specifier formatting options. And the general format looks like this. It's the %f because it's floating point, but in between the % and the f specifier you can specify flags, width, and precision, where width is the number of characters you want printed, the dot precision is the number of digits following the decimal point you want printed, and the flags include the minus sign to left justify the output, the plus sign to display a positive sign for positive values, 0 which will pad the output with zeros if it has fewer characters than the width, and a space for printing a preceding space for positive values. There are also integer sub-specifier formatting options which are very similar to the ones for floating point. It's this % and the specifier, which is going to be d because it's an integer, with a width specifier that specifies the number of characters to be printed, and the flags with the minus sign to left justify the output giving the specific width, padding output with spaces, and the plus sign to display a positive sign for positive values, and 0 to pad the output with zeros if it has fewer characters than the width, and a space to print a preceding space for positive values. Strings also have sub-specifier formatting options, and the general format is %s with flags, width, and precision sub-specifiers in between. So the width will specify the number of characters to be printed, and if the string has more characters than the width, it'll not be truncated. If the string has fewer characters than the width will be filled with spaces. The dot precision will specify the maximum number of characters to be printed. If the string has more characters than the width, it'll be truncated, and the minus sign will left justify the given output with the specified width, padding the output with spaces. So let's take a look at examples using sub-specifiers for floating point, integers, and strings. In this example, I created 3 items: pizza, soda, and chips. I gave each one a quantity, and I gave each one a price. And I'm trying to print them out in a way that you would see a receipt being printed out, with an item column, quantity column, and price. And you can see that the data, without using any sub-specifiers, just prints it out just like that, and it's kind of hard to read. And the first thing you'll notice is that $9.25 should only have 2 decimal places, not 6. So to fix that, between the % and the f where you printed, do a .2. Do that for all 3 of these. 2.2.2. And this %n, by the way, is just the new line character, and that's what puts it on the next line. Run it. That looks a little bit better, but let's first work on some column widths. And if you look at pizza, soda, and chips, let's give it a max of column width of 6 because there's 6 hyphens underneath items. So let's just do that and say 6, 6, 6. Run it, and you can see that it looks a little bit better, and it right justified everything. And you can make it left justified by sticking the sub-specifier minus sign in front of the 6's, and that looks a little bit better. Let's set the width of the quantity to 3 to match those 3 hyphens. So between the % and the d for that integer, we set that to 3, and that looks a little bit better too. And let's set the width of price to, let's just make it 7. And see what that does. That looks a little bit better, although we should probably increase the width for quantity so that it pushes the price over a little bit. So let's make this 5. See what that does. Okay, great. And let's left justify the quantity by sticking the little hyphen in there. Perfect. And maybe we can increase the width of the item to just push everything over one space. And look at that, that looks great. And that's everything that we wanted to display a nice receipt. And maybe the only thing we could do to improve it is add a $sign in front of each price. And a $sign is not a sub-specifier, so it doesn't go between the % and the f. It'll go before the percent. So let's add all these dollar signs and try it out now, and now it looks great. Also, if you wanted to just use a tab character, you could get rid of all these spaces and just put a \T wherever you want, and that's the same thing as just doing a tab, just like that. Two other things I forgot to mention is that if you wanted to display a plus sign to show that the price is positive, you could just stick a plus before the 7 and it will display a positive sign for that first price. And if you wanted to add some padding and fill up all the space with zeros, add a 0 in there and it'll just fill in all this area, empty space with zeros. But if you don't like it, then just remove it and you don't have to deal with that. And that's all for sub-specifiers. Thanks for watching.